Hello, welcome to this video. In this video, I'm going to talk about Brazil's economy, how it works. I'm a native, lived in Brazil over the last 35 years, and I'll give my point of view inside of a native, okay? And you are truly gonna learn something about our economy before you come here or invest here or whatever you wanna do here. It's important to understand, okay, the future trends and not just a little piece of content that foreign media comes to you. So let's um, first of all, I'm gonna excuse me because of my accent. I'm not a fluent, as you see, in English, okay, but I do my best for being understood. So, how economy works in Brazil? In Brazil, we have this idea of a rich country, the future of the Brazil, the country of the future, because we have this huge amount of natural resource here, and people has always this hope of being a rich country because of the natural resource. Now let me ask you, what matter we have natural resource if we can't open business to employ people to explore this natural resource? Doesn't it's the same thing that nothing. Okay, so for our economy to works properly, you has to have a free market. When I say free market, I'm referring to the government has to facilitate the opening to open a business. He can't interfere in the relationship between boss and employee. If he does just a little, not a lot. In Brazil, government interferes a lot in the hiring, in this relationship between boss and employee. The culture here is a very anti-capitalist culture. People here are so uneducated, okay, and the qualifications are low, and the number of companies here is low too, relatively to the size of the population, okay. We have many companies here, but we have this gap between the jobs needed and the amount of jobs needed and the number of companies available. Because, as I said, Brazil is a hostile environment for the entrepreneur. Okay, it's hostile for a lot of reasons that I said in the previous videos. So the entrepreneurship environment is very hostile from the point of view of taxes. The point of view of hiring people is very difficult. So this make we have low jobs, and this scenario is not gonna change, okay? Because in Brazil we have this alternance of power between left side and center, left center for the over 100 years. So this make Brazil economy grows in a very slow pace in the last 100 years. So we have this huge amount of natural resource, but a very hostile environment for the entrepreneur, for open business. Okay, and what can we say for the future? The future is not good because we still have this system in Brazil until today. Recently, Lula won the elections. 50% of the population votes for Lula. And what Lula promised? Lula promised more benefits, more state, more free stuff for people, and we know that free stuff comes, the money comes from people, and more inflation and more. We know this story, it's very well consolidated. in Brazil. Okay. What is the advantage we have in Brazil, and why there are so many rich people in Brazil? Because in Brazil we has a very consumer mentality. Because of the high inflation rates, people use it to consume, and they have this habit of consuming, and they are very consumist. Okay, people really spend, really consume, and doesn't save money. Brazilian doesn't save money at all, generally, in the majority of the case. So if you are a business owner, you will have this hostile environment, this difficult, but you have a big market that has so many needs, basic needs to consume, and is high consumer. Okay, and you can let's say have a profit, a little bit more of profit in your business because of this high consumer. In other developed countries, you should have a little bit less of return in your investment, a little bit of slower return because there are more competition there. Here in Brazil, you doesn't have a little bit of you doesn't have much competition here. Depends of the area, of course. Okay. And here in Brazil, economy functions in very high inflation rates. Okay, so people here are very consumers, and that's it. Business are business in every part of the world. But Brazil has this advantage to be a very low competitive environment, and there are so many places here good to do business that have low competitions. In São Paulo, Rio de Janeiro, you will have high competition rates because the majority of the companies are there. Okay, so I think if you put a business there, you have more money flowing there. Okay, obviously, but you have much more competition there. It will be a little bit more difficult to have success there. Okay, if you want low competitions, you would look for the northeast region of Brazil, the north region. There are markets with less competition. Okay, and I live in Fortaleza, Ceará, that is at the northeast region. If you have some doubt about here, about something, anything, okay, just ask me in the comments. Okay, and see you. Bye bye.